We're going to talk about sustainability and how it drives innovation, and kind of just give you an overview of what we're going to talk about today. So we're from a company called Ampure. Ampure makes EV charging solutions for the vast majority of the OEMs out there and the aftermarket accessory business. We're going to talk about our commitment to sustainability and what we're doing to drive our company forward, the growing demand for EV products and how that weaves into this, and how Ampure's EV solutions support businesses' sustainability goals and targets, and how we can elevate your business in general. Just a little video here. There's no sound, so I can rap or something. So as you can see, we make level 2 portable and wall chargers. That's the focus of our business. So we really are helping to empower the EV movement by allowing you to charge your EV vehicle wherever you go. Just to give you some background, we've been doing this since 1994. You would say, well, what the heck were you doing in 1994? Because there wasn't so many EVs. Our company actually helped develop and design the battery system and the charging system for the EV1 with General Motors. So we were a big component of that. We developed and designed the first EV electric highway in North America along the West Coast. And ever since then, we've been an innovator in the EV space. So we've grown up since then, really deeply rooted, as I mentioned earlier, with the OEMs. So we're partners with almost every OEM out there, building their portable charging systems for them and some of the wall chargers. We're global, so we're operating primarily in the US and Europe, but we have adapters for 180 countries that our partners sell our products across the globe. And in July of last year, we produced our 500,000th charger. So you may never have even heard of us, but we're quite big in this space. So. And just talk a little bit about our commitment and what we're doing. The picture on the right-hand side of the screen there is actually our parking lot at our R&D center in California. So our R&D center is in Monrovia, California, where we design and develop and engineer and test all our units. We put in a solar array to offset our carbon emission footprint for the vehicles. If you're in this space, the vast majority of our employees are driving EVs, so we had to find a way to offset that. And that solar array is also not only powering the chargers in the parking lot, where we have about 30 or 40 of them, it's also putting power into the building through a EMS system. So we really have a target by 2040 to really be carbon neutral as a company, so we're taking a lot of different actions, and EV is just one of those activities. Talk a little bit about ESG. So we're going to really focus on the environmental component of that. We're obviously doing things around the social and the governance side of that, but our company really leans towards the environmental. So, really we try to use EV to elevate not only our business, but our businesses of our business partners, and then obviously to their customers and consumers. Operationally, we use it to really combine it with other technologies such as solar, such as battery storage, such as EV, and really combine a system approach to the whole ecosystem within a building or a facility, and really try to drive that total efficiency, try to gain improvements in energy management, and really trying to bring down the overall cost of the infrastructure. On a fleet operation side, this is a great opportunity as fleets pivot on the car side from BEV to PHEVs. Really have a great opportunity there to use EV charging, and really, since we do portable charging, not every unit has to be fixed to a place, right? Fleets are moving, and you want to be able to put in the least amount of infrastructure at the least amount of cost, but get the highest yield and highest opportunity to charge that fleet. So we see a lot of fleets moving away from some of the more high-powered solutions now. I think that was the first reaction. We got to have fast chargers. But most of those fleets sit there for 6 to 8 hours every night, and they have plenty of time to charge and be ready for operational excellence the next day. So we believe that we have a real value proposition there. On the E side, as a company, we're really focused on a lot of different areas, as I mentioned. We're printing. We do almost everything digital now. We've moved completely away from that. Even coming to the show today, we really had a discussion, do we need handouts anymore? Events, we're trying to minimize our carbon footprint there as much as we can, trying to be able to reuse what we create, doing more digital and a lot less making of hard components. And then design and packaging. Obviously, as we design and develop our products from an innovation standpoint, we're always trying to optimize the design and the technology within the packaging around those, and really trying to balance the need versus the reusability versus the recyclability of those products. And then our facilities, obviously we're tapping into solar. We do it in our plant as well, and really use that power to offset the grid power in those areas. So there's really a vast of approaches that we're taking to be more ESG compliant and more sustainable as we go forward as an organization. As you start to think about how it fits into the bigger picture, right? This year has been an interesting year in the EV space because you've seen what everybody sees as a decline in the EV industry, but what we've seen in general is it's actually just stabilized more, right? We had massive growth, now we have stabilized growth going forward, and what this graph really indicates is Boston Consulting Group, every year they reposition what they think the EV industry is going to look like over the next decade or two. And what we're seeing is very little variability in that, and their projections are becoming closer and closer and closer to reality. But what the main message here is that 50% by 2040 will be the benchmark of where we think EV will end up, right? Is EV for everybody? Absolutely not. I have a gas car, I have an EV, so we have both, right? So we make that balance, we find that balance in our family. But there's definitely a lot of use cases today where most people only drive 20 or 30 miles round trip to work every day, and EV fits their life perfectly. I drive actually an hour every day to work, and I have an EV, and I charge at home mostly. So it's something that you just become a habit, you plug it in, and we believe the portable charger is the key, the gateway to this, right? To enable people where they don't have to put in the heavy infrastructure. The plugs already exist, the grid already exists, the network already exists, you just plug in. And eventually, we believe at some point in time that every grocery store will have plugs. Everywhere you go to church, you plug in, you go to school, you plug in, and it'll just become a habit. And once you don't go to a gas station anymore, you're a happy camper. I haven't been to a gas station, and I can't tell you the last time I've been to a gas station. So it's you forget about that. Here's just some sustainability. It is an important USP, unique selling proposition for the end consumer. 80% of consumers are willing to pay for a sustainably produced product. This is an actual study with end users. 66% of all respondents and 75% of all millennials consider sustainability when making a purchase today. So that's a big element of the up-and-coming population that are really focused on this as being super important to them as they're buying. So as we're talking to big retailers that are going to sell this to end consumers, this is something that they really need to start to think about as they pivot their business from gas and oil into the EV space. And consumers are willing to pay a 12% premium on average for minimized environmental impact. So these are all separate studies done by separate consultancies that really have come forward and said, yeah, this does make sense, this does make an impact, and most large businesses are starting to find that EV is part of their sustainability pledge out there in the marketplace. And a little bit about the product side of this, right? So as you go around the show, you're going to see EV charging today. You're going to see a lot of different EV charging companies out there. We're an American-based company, designed and engineered in America. We're building our products in North America for the North American market, and we're pretty proud of that. And we do it for the OEMs as well. So we have to meet a different hurdle rate as far as quality, standards, and requirements than anybody else. In fact, at the end of the day, we have to be safe, reliable, and durable to the fact where the OEMs expect us to be able to drive over our charger with an F-150. So, and it still has to survive. It can't electrocute anybody. It can't shock. And we take a lot of the parts out there on the internet apart, and what you find inside can kill you. So, going for cheap in this space is not the ideal scenario, because what's connected to this? Your home's connected to this, your business is connected to this, your vehicle's connected to this, your family is connected to this. And we think it's super important to ensure that we have high quality, reliable products. The other nice thing about the portable charging solution is it really gives you all the power of a wall charger, but you can take it anywhere, right? We want you to be able to go wherever you need to go. The Rivian drivers today, they're all about that experience of being able to go out in the woods, be able to go places, and there's always a plug somewhere that you can plug into. You saw in our video, that plug was down by the beach in California. We just plugged in, she went surfing for the day. So there's lots of opportunities to go anywhere in EV. And then the benefits from the partnership standpoint, obviously, if you own a shop, right, and you're a tire shop today, people are trying to figure out where to get tires for their EV. That's one of the biggest consumables on an EV. I've been through a lot of tires on my car over the years, and you're wondering, can I go to a regular tire shop? But at the end of the day, they don't understand if you're EV friendly, right? You're able to do it. But think about the experience. I take my car to a repair shop, they have it overnight, they plug it in, even with a portable charger. You come back to pick up your car the next morning, and your battery is full. When was the last time you went to a repair shop and your car was full of gas when you left, right? This is a surprise and delight, and the repair shop can decide if they want to charge somebody or not charge somebody, right? It's an opportunity to make that experience that much better for those people. It allows you, obviously, to expand your customer base, because you're going to approach those new customers you didn't have before, these EV drivers. And it gives you a value proposition that's based around quality and longevity. And then again, supports sustainability for you. And as I mentioned, we design, engineer, and develop everything in North America and manufacture it. And lastly, I think sustainability beyond your business, right? When you have a sustainability pledge as a business, you're also trying to expand that beyond your business. We do it with our suppliers, right? Anybody who supplies something to us, we want them to live the same sustainability pledge that we have, so we ask them to have a sustainability process as well, right? To think about the upstream raw materials, who's producing our products, how we're shipping them, how we're transporting them. All those things are important, but you also have an opportunity here to go do sustainability to the end consumer as well, right? Because if the end consumer is using these types of systems and technologies, they're also expanding your pledge beyond your company. So we believe that there's really a value proposition. Anybody who wants to come down and visit us, we're downstairs in the back towards where the EV experience is down there, J7509. We'd love to talk to you a little bit more. Some of my colleagues are here too, so if you want to talk to anybody, we're going to have a little drawing for anybody who took a ticket here at the end to win a free EV charger that you can just take with you in the bag today. So I think that's the last part. Jane, do you want to pull the? Brian?